So I wanted to go over this training to what I call the motivation paradox. And this actually happens to absolutely everybody when they start a program. I want you to imagine this axis right here would be motivation. And then this axis right here is going to be time. At the beginning of time right here, motivation is at a 10. We start the program and your motivation is at a 10. You're extremely excited. Now, what happens is that imagine these lines. This is going to be month 3, month 4, month 6. What's going to happen is that you start off at month 1 right here and motivation is at a 10 right here. Over time, this is what actually happens. Motivation slowly goes lower, lower, and lower over time. And that's because by the time you probably get to this point, you probably already lost 30 pounds, but yet motivation still goes down. So why is that? Why do we slowly lose more and more motivation? And that is simply because that motivation is like a spark. Motivation gives us a little kickstart to be able to get started, but then that slowly dissipates. Motivation is finite, meaning that we have it for a limited amount of time and then it slowly goes away. That's why the goal is always to get more disciplined. We have to get more disciplined and do it long enough over the course of time so that discipline slowly becomes more and more reinforced in our life, that we just start doing things very naturally without even thinking. And that's one of the things that we try to push everybody to keep in mind, is that at this point, motivation runs out. Now it's all heart, it's all soul. We need to keep that discipline up high. And this is where having some form of accountability in place to keep you disciplined. But most importantly, it's having that accountability in place to remind you of what is that why. It's the powerful why that you initially set that intention before you even started the program you're doing. And we have to revisit that why. And sometimes that why could be, it's because of my kids. I'm doing this for my kids and my family because they deserve the best version of me. So once we hit this point right here, that motivation is getting super low, we're going to revisit that why. You may want to quit at that point. And then that's when it's like, okay, we need to keep in mind what is that why and remind you. It's like, okay, so you're saying you want to give up. Let's revisit that why. You said you wanted to do this for your kids. You said you wanted to do this for your families. Is what you're saying right now you giving up on your kids and your family? No, exactly. Which is why we have to keep pushing forward. Keep in mind, right? Imagine that's month 6. I'm going to do another graph right here. Then imagine this to be month 9. Then we have month 12. Just so you guys know, I'm kind of doing this in increments of 3 months. Month 15. Motivation, again, slowly keeps coming down over time, over month 12, 11, 15. What we want is that by this point right here, we want to make sure that we've been doing it long enough to have the habits needed. And if you don't know what a habit is a pre-programmed, action that we do every single day without fail. I'll give you an example. Brushing your teeth is a habit. Why do you brush your teeth? Well, because as a kid, you grew up with your parents consistently reinforcing hygienic habits into you as a kid. It was like day after day after day, brush your teeth, brush your teeth, brush your teeth, shower, shower. And over the course of time of that happening, it slowly became a part of our lifestyle. When it comes to fitness, health, nutrition, we have to do it long enough until we get the habits needed. And that happens all the way through the course of time. And this is way after your motivation has expired. You have no motivation, you have no drive, and it's all discipline and willpower at that point, and remembering that why. So the goal is to do it long enough to where you eventually attain the habits. And once you attain the habits, it's easy. You don't think twice about, am I going to do it today? Am I not going to do it today? Because think of it like this. How long can you go without showering? Probably not very long. So the same thing can actually happen with your fitness, with your health, within your nutrition. We just have to understand what this timeline looks like and what is bound to happen as we go into it. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Click subscribe and like below and let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys later.